I have a little confession to make. I had a deprived childhood, and it's kind of embarrassing to admit to that, so let's keep that between just you and me. But I didn't get enough pies when I was a child, so I'm trying to make up for that now. Today I want to try a new recipe, and I searched online, and between a few of the recipes I found, I think I've come up with one with my own tweaks to make a cranberry pie. And what I was thinking, you guys probably thinking, well, what's all the pie things? I'm thinking I'm going to do a John and Bibb's Pie of the Month, because I got a lot of ideas for pies that I don't think have ever been made before. So once a month, I think at the beginning of the month, I'm going to do a pie, and it'll be themed for the month. So today I'm going to make a cranberry pie for the month of November. Kind of goes with Thanksgiving and all that. Last month we did a pumpkin pie, which is the harvest of the pumpkins for October. So, and I've got a nice, interesting one coming up for December as well in my mind. So, let's get into this. What I have here is I have two 12-ounce packages of cranberries. And what we need to do is zest and squeeze the orange juice from 2 oranges. Now these oranges weren't organic, so you do want to wash those before you zest them to get rid of any pesticides or anything like that in them. Alright, so there we have it, and I'm just going to dump all that in my pot here, including what was a little bit of the pulp from the orange and my zest. And my cranberries. Now what we're going to do, put this on high to start. We get this heated up, and then we'll turn it down to simmer or medium heat. And we're going to cook these till all those cranberries burst. Okay. Let's put that on medium heat. And we'll put the lid on it. Okay. So I stirred that occasionally. Most of the cranberries have now burst open. So let's turn the heat off and set this aside. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to take this and put it in our blender. Alright, I didn't drop too many cranberries there. Then we're going to pulverize this. Alright. Now, we will put that back into our saucepan. Okay, actually I want to put this in a bowl because we need to measure it so we know how much agar to add to this. So I want to mix everything in the bowl first. First ingredient we're going to add is 2 cans of evaporated milk. And these are the 12-ounce cans. Alright, and to that I'm going to add 1.5 cups of packed brown sugar. I used dark brown sugar. Then we're going to add 1 teaspoon of almond extract. And half a teaspoon of salt. The final ingredient is 2 teaspoons of ground ginger. Alright, let's give that a whirl. I'm debating whether to run that through a sieve, get rid of some of that pulp, which I think I will. Okay, that's 6 cups. Let's see what we got in there. Well, it don't reach my measurements, so we're going to have to transfer that. So we definitely need to know how much we got. I'm going to show you. See all that pulp that I got out of there? That might make a huge difference on the creaminess of the pie. We want it nice and creamy. Alright, let's give me another measuring cup. We got 3/4 of a cup. So 6 3/4. We need 8 cups for the pie, because we're going to make 2 pies. One for my storage and one to eat. So 6 3/4. So we need 1 1/4 more cup of liquid to add to that. So we're going to add, you could probably add milk maybe, I don't know, but I'm going to add water. On Amazon I've been using the Telephone brand, and I ordered some, but it said it wasn't going to get here for a long time, and I wanted something quicker, so I ordered a jar of this. It was actually a better price. It's Hoosier Hill Farms agar-agar powder, and it's 100% agar-agar. So hopefully this will work just as well as the Telephone brand. So we've got 8 cups. When I add this water to that, we're going to have 8 cups of liquid, and the formula for agar-agar is 8 cups water, or 8 cups liquid, or sorry, the formula is 1 cup or 1 teaspoon of powder to 1 cup. So we're going to add to that water that we put here, we're going to add 8 teaspoons of agar-agar powder. 1, 2, 8. We'll give that a little stir. And I'll get some of that beautiful raspberry off there. Well, not raspberry, it looks like raspberry. Cranberry off there while I'm at it. I'll put a link to this, if it works, on my Amazon store, in case you're interested in buying that, because it is a much, well, it isn't a lot cheaper, but it is pretty much cheaper than the Telephone brand. Alright, so now all we gotta do is cook this. So we'll go max, start. We're going to mix this in with that cranberry and give it a good stir. And we're going to bring this to a boil. Now I'm going to stir it fairly regularly, because I don't want it to burn to the bottom of the pan. For agar-agar to work, you got to bring it to a boil. Okay, so I've been cooking that for a little bit, a few minutes, on high, stirring it almost constantly. And when I stop now, there's a little pause and then it starts to bubble, so it's not hot enough yet. Because you want it to bubble as soon as you stop, you want it to start bubbling. That way you know it's hot enough to activate that agar-agar. So just a minute or two more. See how I'm stopping there and it's starting to boil? So close. Yeah, we're going to call that good. Alright, so if you're one of my viewers that are just interested in the pie, making the pie, fast forward to the end of the video and we'll do a taste test on that. But for my freeze dryer viewers, we need to tray this up. We want to make it to where we get one pie per tray. And one pie is 4 cups. There's 1 cup. This is hot, so you gotta be careful. 4 cups. And that weighs 960 grams. 965 grams. We need to know that because once we powderize it, we need to know how much water to add to bring it back to that. Alright, let's set this off to the side and let it cool down. Hopefully I got enough here. Might have to take some out of that other one to even them out. That's 3 cups. Alright, we have to even those out. Alright, so that's 788 grams. 965 minus 788, 177 divided by 2 equals 88 and a half. So we'll go 88 plus 788. We need to bring that up to 876. Don't spill it, John. That's what I did last time. 876. Right there. That's good enough. That should still fill up a pie crust, I think. Certainly none left over. I was going to make a few squares just to taste. Alright. We'll let those set, cool down, and then we will put them in the freezer, and next time you see them, they'll be coming out of the freeze dryer. I will see you then. Okay, there we have it. There's my 2 cranberry pies. So what I'm going to do is blend up these and weigh it, so we get an idea how much water we need to add. It's very stiff, so you wouldn't want to eat this, I don't think, dry. Alright, we got that all blended up and powdered up. That one I'll package, that one we're going to make. Tamed to 275, so I'll do the math and we'll figure out the water. Let me get these Ziploc packaged up first. 690. So we're going to add 690 grams of water to bring it up to the weight. And I'm going to go with the 965. Yeah, we'll call it 4 cups of water. So I'll write that on the other package, and from now on I don't have to weigh it. I just go with the water quantity. Alright, so all that's left to do now is turn this on to high, start, and we're going to bring this to a boil and make a pie. I hope my math was right there. Pretty sure it was. Just seems weird that we added 4 cups of water and the tray holds 4 cups. Alright, we're going to go with it. Okay, so I brought that to a boil to where I stir it and stop. I can just see it turning, so I know it's up to a boil, so we're going to stop that. And now I'm going to let this cool down for a little bit. So this is where my non-freeze dryers would have came in, and fast forward to this for us to make the pie. We're both at the same steps now, both the freeze dried and the non-freeze dried. This has been brought to a boil to where when I stop stirring you can see it starting to bubble. And now we're going to I'm going to let this cool down a little bit, and I'll show you the next step that I want to try. I'm just going to keep this stirred as it cools. Just keep it mixed up well. Alright, we'll see you in about 5 minutes probably. We don't want to let it set too long because it'll start to set. But we want to bring the temperature down just a little bit. Just prior to a setting temperature. So if you keep stirring it, you'll kind of tell when it's getting ready to start thickening up. Okay, it's still steaming hot, so I don't know if it's too early. But what I found when after I poured this into my freeze dryer trays, I let just a little bit cool down because I wanted to see what it tasted like. The taste was fantastic. It tastes really good. But I wondered if I could improve the texture a little bit by whisking it or beating it and adding a little bit of air to it and make it more fluffy. So we're going to try that. Like I say, this might be too hot to do, but we're going to try it. Okay, it's still too hot. So I'm going to let that cool a little bit more. If nothing else, all that did was, if there was any lumps in there, I certainly got rid of them just then. I was reading up on the agar-agar, and you can actually stabilize whipped cream with the agar-agar to make it to where you can leave it sitting out and the whipped cream won't melt. So that's what gave me the idea, well, maybe I can fluff this up a little bit and it'd be really nice then. Nice and airy. But we probably got to let that cool down to where it's almost set, I'm thinking. Well, I'm going to have to do some playing with that because I'm sure I could do it eventually. But let's get this poured. So, we just pour it into our pie shell. Nice and full. And great, I got some left over. So let's put that to good use. And make some nice little squares. My, that tastes good. Alright, so I'm going to leave this to set and we'll do a nice taste test. So I'll see you when it's ready. That's pretty good. Need another taste. I think it could do with a little bit more flavor to that. Okay, I just wasn't happy with that pie there. I mean, it looked pretty. It tastes alright, but the flavor was just a little bit bland. Tasted kind of watered down, which it was. So, in a matter of minutes, I opened that other package and I added 3 cups of water to this one. Brought it to a boil and then poured it in here. And hopefully that's going to make a big difference. So let's cut a piece of this one and see how this one came out. So about 10 minutes to boil it, and I've had it in the fridge for a quick cool down for about an hour and a half. And there you go, a nice slice of pie. Let's put that one off to the side. And of course we're going to top it off with our whipped cream, or Cool Whip in my case. And I want to get a close-up of that. Check it out. Alright. Now let's taste this one and see if it tastes any better. Check it out. Here we go. Oh yeah. Much better. Much more of that slight tartness. Definitely much better. You even get more of that cranberry flavor to it. So there you go. I'm happy with that. And what I'll do is I will update my recipe and I'll show you the rehydration using 3 cups, even though the video shows 4 cups. Using 3 cups of water, and I think you'll be much happier with the results of that. Definitely get more of that berry flavor. It's not an overwhelming flavor, and it's not too sweet of a flavor. You can have a pie that is very, very sweet, and this isn't one of those pies. But I'm very happy with that. So, I hope you bared with me through the experiments and we got there in the end. And I hope you try this John and Bib's Pie of the Month for the month of November. Cranberry pie. Very good. So, I'll see you next time.